It's only for a few weeks, Mr. Hill, and then we will reevaluate Ember's progress. If everything's good, she can come back and resume her classes.
Principal Mitchell sat back in his chair, looking like he should get a gold star for being such an agreeable guy. I still wanted to deck him.
This is bullshit and you know it. Ember is not a threat to anyone.
Mark looks like he wanted to punch Principal Mitchell as well.
Think what you like, but I have to consider everyone at the school, not just Ember. I'm sorry, but Ember is no longer welcome at my school, at least for the time being.
No one breathed. The air was ripped from the room, holding the room in tense silence.
Ember, why don't you go get some coffee?
What? No, not if this has to do with me.
Ember, let me talk to the sheriff and Mr. Mitchell alone for a moment, okay?
I bit my lip to keep me from vocalizing any more protests and nodded. I pulled myself off the wall and headed out of the room, not caring if the door shut harder than it should have. My future was now out of my hands. The waiting room held a generic coffee vending machine, and I absently plopped quarters into the slot, my mind reeling with what had just happened. A few people mingled or sat around the room, but my attention immediately fell on a guy sitting in the corner. A hoodie covered his head, and a beat-up paperback book in his hand blocked his face from view. My skin tingled, and the hair on my arms stood on end, my body going on high alert like it was warning me of danger. I watched him out of the corner of my eye as I got my coffee from the machine. He continued to read his book, seemingly oblivious to me. But for some reason, I felt he was aware of every inch of space around him, alert to every breath and heartbeat. I sat in a chair near him and picked up a magazine, trying to focus on the scalding, cheap coffee in my hand and the gossip magazine in my lap. But my attention wandered back to him, not seeing anything but his fingers, which were curled around the well-worn book. I couldn't tell how old he was. From his body language and his wide shoulders and muscular body not hidden by the hoodie, I guessed early 20s? There was something familiar about him, which was odd. I knew our paths had never crossed. I would remember meeting him. His presence was not something I'd forget. He didn't seem to fit in the room. Even though he had to be well over 6 feet tall, he seemed to take up even more space than his physical form. He moved, making some instinct in me kick in. I jumped up defensively, spilling half my coffee onto the floor. Every head turned my way. Every head except his. He didn't even flinch. The entire room watched me with curiosity and apprehension while his attention stayed locked on his book. My face flamed as I realized he had only shifted in his seat and was not springing up to attack me. Sorry, I thought a spider... Sorry.